Hello, sir. Troy!
Did you know that behind the peaceful villages and gripping cases of Midsomer murders lie real-life stories that left fans stunned? Beyond the on-screen mysteries, many of the talented actors in this series passed away under deeply poignant circumstances. Today, we will explore 13 of the most beloved faces of Midsomer murders who have left us forever. How old were you when you first watched this show? Share your answer below. Rik Mayall as David Rare.
Do you want to hear shouting, matey? This is it!
And who did the character
Rik Mayall portrayed David Rare in Midsomer Murders in 2009 at around 51 years old. Though the role was minor, his mischievous glances and humorous and eccentric personality left a distinct mark amid the tranquil detective setting. His character stood out with a sly gaze, adding an unexpected depth to the storyline.
Where have you been? Where haven't I been? What?
Everybody knew about it.
Rik, full name Richard Michael Mayall, was born in 1958 in Harlow, Essex, to drama teacher parents, so he did not come from a poor background. In his youth, he failed to graduate from university once and only graduated with a low degree from the University of Manchester. During his student years, Rik and his friend Adrian Edmondson pioneered their signature alternative comedy style, bizarre, chaotic, yet highly creative humor. His Midsomer role, while simple, perfectly captured Rik's innate freedom in acting, mysterious, unconventional, and unforgettable. Rik Mayall died suddenly on the 9th of June 2014 at his home in Barnes, London, aged 56, after completing his morning jog. The cause of death was an acute cardiac event. His funeral took place on the 19th of June at St. George's Church in Dittisham, Devon, attended by co-stars such as Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders, Ade Edmondson, and Ben Elton, before being buried at the family farm in East Allington, Devon. At the time of his passing, Rik's estate was valued at approximately £1.2 million, over $2 million, according to probate records and asset valuations. He left behind a strong legacy in dark comedy, physical humor, and alternative performance with a lasting influence on British comedy. Though his life ended early, Rik's image, full of wild energy and unexpected creativity, remains alive in the memories of audiences and fellow performers. Nigel Davenport as William Smithers.
He's no sense of the time.
And I listen well.
Nigel Davenport played William Smithers in Midsomer Murders in 2000 at the age of 72, a commanding, cold character who impressed viewers with a piercing gaze and weighty voice. On screen, he created a sharp contrast with other characters, such as the investigators, heightening dramatic tension. Nigel, full name Arthur Nigel Davenport, was born on 23 May 1928 in Great Shelford, Cambridgeshire, into a scholarly family. His father was bursar of Sidney Sussex College, Cambridge, and a World War I veteran. He attended Cheltenham College, then Trinity College, Oxford, initially studying PPE before switching to English literature on his tutor's advice. As a young man, Davenport served in the army and worked as a broadcaster in Hamburg. His stage and screen career was wide-ranging, from Royal Court Theatre productions, playing Bottom in A Midsummer Night's Dream, Duke of Norfolk in A Man for All Seasons, 1966, to Lord Birkenhead in Chariots of Fire, 1981. Both films won the year's Best Director Oscar. He was also notable as Sir Edward Frere in TV's Howard's Way, 1987 to 1990. Nigel Davenport died on 25 October 2013 in Gloucester, Gloucestershire, aged 85. While the exact cause was not made public, some sources confirm he suffered from pneumonia toward the end of his life. He was laid to rest at St. Mary's Church, Temple Geating, Gloucestershire. Though no exact figure was disclosed for his estate, it is estimated that his nearly 6 decades in film and theater amassed considerable wealth. His greatest legacy lay in his influence across both West End theater and British cinema, with iconic roles in Chariots of Fire and A Man for All Seasons. Moreover, he served as president of Equity, the British Actors' Union, from 1986 to 1992, showing deep commitment to the profession. Though gone, Nigel Davenport lives on through his haunting portrayals of political, military, and aristocratic figures, inspiring generations of actors. Barry Jackson as Dr. George Bullard. Barry Jackson appeared from the very first episode of Midsomer Murders, 1997, at age 59, playing Dr. George Bullard, the dedicated, slightly quirky but trustworthy pathologist who often assisted DCI Tom Barnaby, John Nettles, in solving mysterious cases. He was the dependable friend within the peaceful policing community. Barry, born Barry Jackson on 29 March 1938 in Birmingham, did not come from an artistic family. His father was a metal pattern maker at the British Motor Corporation. During secondary school, he worked backstage at Birmingham Repertory Theatre under the name Sir Barry Jackson, after whom he was named. He attended King Edward VI at Five Ways Grammar School and trained at LAMDA in London. Before Midsomer, Barry's career was diverse. He worked as a stuntman, fight director, under the alias Jack Barry, and appeared in numerous TV series and films such as Doctor Who, Barry Lyndon, and Ryan's Daughter. On set, he jokingly said, "I just say he died at 11 p.m. and that's it," but was later given more story depth, like joining a choir, having family, or buying a house in France. Barry Jackson passed away on the 5th of December 2013 at his North London home, surrounded by family aged 75 due to cancer. He was survived by his third wife, Denise, and 6 children, 2 sons and 4 daughters. He was cremated and remembered warmly by colleagues. His passing left audiences deeply saddened, especially as he had been the soul of forensics in 14 seasons, 1997 to 2011, and 76 episodes. Renee Asherson as Emily Simpson.
Good evening. I'd like a number in bright, please.
Renee Asherson played the role of Emily Simpson, a retired schoolteacher who appeared in The Killings at Badger's Drift, 1997, at the age of about 82. The character was a gentle, elderly woman, sensitive to nature, yet unexpectedly became the victim of a mysterious death. She was found dead after witnessing something terrifying in the woods near her peaceful home. Renee, born Dorothy Renee Asherson on May 19, 1915, in Kensington, London, came from a wealthy family. Her parents were a businessman and a book enthusiast of German-Jewish descent. She studied at the Webber Douglas School of Dramatic Art before making her stage debut in 1935 with a small role in Romeo and Juliet under the direction of John Gielgud. Before joining Midsomer Murders, she had an illustrious stage career, performing at the Old Vic, playing Stella in A Streetcar Named Desire, 1949, and portraying Princess Catherine in the film Henry V, 1944, alongside Laurence Olivier. Renee Asherson passed away on October 30, 2014, at her home in Primrose Hill, London, at the age of 99. Her death was attributed to age-related illness. She lived alone in her later years, had no children, and rarely re-established any marital relationship after divorcing Robert Donat in the mid-1950s. Although no exact figures are available regarding her net worth at the time of her passing, various sources estimated her finances to be in the range of $100,000 to $1 million. However, her true value lay in her artistic legacy, nearly 70 years of dedicated work in theater, film, and television. From Shakespearean roles to her gentle yet profound performance in Midsomer Murders, she left behind a refined and intellectual imprint in the hearts of audiences and colleagues alike. Elizabeth Spriggs as Iris Rainbird.
Oh, you must be Mr. Barnaby.
In The Killings at Badger's Drift, 1997. From the Midsomer Murders series, Elizabeth Spriggs played Iris Rainbird at the age of 67. The character is an eccentric, middle-aged woman who lives with her son Dennis in a small house, earning a living as a postwoman and the village's resident gossip. Iris Rainbird is notoriously nosy, prying into others' private lives, and her close yet somewhat dependent relationship with her son makes the audience feel both irritated and intrigued. The role was pivotal in revealing the case's secrets and in shaping the tense, darkly humorous atmosphere characteristic of the series. Elizabeth Spriggs, born September 18, 1929, in Buxton, Derbyshire, England, grew up in a working-class family and was a teacher before studying at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA. Her career spanned from classical theater with the Royal Shakespeare Company to television and film, known for her versatile performances and warm, expressive voice. After portraying Iris Rainbird, Elizabeth Spriggs continued to shine in works such as Sense and Sensibility, 1995, and The Fat Lady Portrait in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001. She received BAFTA nominations and won the BAFTA TV Award for Best Supporting Actress in 1982. In real life, Spriggs was private, loved painting, kept dogs, and avoided media attention. Behind the scenes of Midsomer Murders, she was known for personally preparing her costumes in detail to fully capture her character's essence. Her personal life included one failed marriage and one daughter. In her later years, she suffered from heart disease and declining health. She passed away on July 2, 2008, in Oxford, aged 78, leaving deep sorrow among colleagues and fans. Her estimated net worth at death was about $1.5 million. She was buried at Wolvercote Cemetery, Oxfordshire, a site still visited by admirers. Rosalie Crutchley as Lucy Bellringer. Rosalie Crutchley played Lucy Bellringer in the opening episode of Midsomer Murders, 1997, at the age of 77. An elderly, solitary, and mysterious woman, she uncovers something horrific in Badger's Drift, catalyzing the case. The character's cold demeanor hides a deep emotional core, with key interactions, often tense, with Inspector Barnaby helping advance the investigation. Rosalie Sylvia Crutchley was born January 4, 1920, in London, not from a wealthy background, and studied at the Royal Academy of Music. In her youth, she acted at the Liverpool Playhouse from 1938, later appearing on Broadway in 1950. Her distinctive, sharp eyes and austere face often led her to be cast as foreigners or characters with a dark edge. This marked the beginning of a notable television career, earning her the Guild Television Award for Best Actress in 1956. After Lucy Bellringer, Crutchley impressed in classics like Quo Vadis, 1951, as Acti, The Haunting, 1963, as the haunting housekeeper Mrs. Dudley, and in historical series The Six Wives of Henry VIII, 1970, and Elizabeth R., 1971, as Catherine Parr, a role that won her the International Television Award. Privately, she led a quiet life, enjoyed storytelling on the radio, and appeared in over 50 radio plays, including children's programs like Jackanory. She had 2 failed marriages and 2 children, one of whom is physicist Jonathan Ashmore. In her final years, her health declined. She passed away on July 28, 1997, in London, aged 77. While her net worth was unrecorded, her nearly 6-decade career remains an enduring artistic legacy. John Nettles as DCI Tom Barnaby. John Nettles portrayed DCI Tom Barnaby in Midsomer Murders from the ages of 54 to 67, 1997 to 2011. His character is a calm, intelligent police detective with strong family values, often combining sharp intuition with logical thinking to solve complex cases. His closest working relationships were with D.S. Gavin Troy in the early seasons, Later, D.S. Dan Scott and D.S. Ben Jones, loyal partners who helped Barnaby maintain humanity in his work. The role not only provided stability, but also a sense of familiarity through everyday scenes, family dinners, and warm marital moments. John Vivian Drummond Nettles was born on October 11, 1943, in St. Austell, Cornwall, England. He was adopted immediately after birth by carpenter Eric Nettles and his wife Elsie. His birth mother was an Irish nurse during the war. Growing up in public housing, he earned a scholarship to the University of Southampton in 1962, majoring in history and philosophy. Upon graduation, he joined the Royal Court Theatre, which shaped his depth and vision as an actor. After leaving Midsomer Murders in 2011, appearing in a total of 81 episodes, Nettles took roles such as Ray Penvanen in Poldark, 2016 to 2017, and presented documentaries including Channel Islands at War, 2010, and Devon and Cornwall, 2020 to 2021. He authored books like Jewels and Jackboots, 2012, praised for detailed historical analysis. His current estimated net worth is about $10 million, earned mainly from acting fees, syndication royalties, and writing. Nettles has been married twice, first to Joyce Middleton, 1967 to 1979, with whom he has a daughter, Emma, now a police officer in Jersey, and since 1995 to Catherine Seeley. Though retired from major acting roles, he continues voiceover work and leads a quiet life in Devon. He was appointed OBE in 2010 for his contributions to theater and television. Richard Johnson as James Fitzroy. Richard Johnson played James Fitzroy, a mysterious and refined character who first appeared in Midsomer Murders around 1999, when Johnson was 72 years old. The character exuded a calm, captivating presence, maintaining a subtle distance from the detectives, which added an extra layer of intrigue to the storyline. Richard Johnson, full name Richard Keith Johnson, was born on July 30, 1927, in Upminster, Essex, England. He attended Felsted School before enrolling at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA. In 1944, he joined John Gielgud's theater company and subsequently served in the Royal Navy. His career was long and diverse. He was a founding member of the Royal Shakespeare Company, RSC, in 1960, portraying key roles such as Romeo and Mark Antony in Julius Caesar, with a performance style noted for authenticity and emotional depth. Beyond Midsomer Murders, Johnson produced, wrote screenplays, and taught at RADA. He penned the original story for the film Hennessy, 1975, and produced Turtle Diary, starring Glenda Jackson and Ben Kingsley. Richard Johnson passed away on June 5, 2015, at the Royal Marsden Hospital in Chelsea, London, after a short illness at the age of 87. The cause of death was described as a rapidly progressing illness, with no further public details provided by family or the press. He is survived by his fourth wife, Lynn Gurney, and 4 children, 2 from his first marriage to Sheila Sweet, 1 from his marriage to Mary Louise Norland, and 1 with Françoise Pascal. While no official figure for his estate at the time of death is available, many critics and colleagues agreed that his artistic legacy outweighed any material wealth, spanning nearly 65 years of performance, including leading roles in Khartoum, 1966, The Haunting, 1963, and The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, 2008. He also headed United British Artists, which produced works such as The Lonely Passion of Judith Hearne and The Biko Inquest. The artistic journeys of these stars are filled with stories worthy of respect, from humble beginnings to glorious moments on screen. Every detail and every role has contributed to their unforgettable place in the hearts of audiences. If you notice any information that is not entirely accurate, please share your feedback gently so that Hollywood movie stars can improve and bring you even better content. Which story or role do you love the most? Let us know.